know the reasons why your application gets rejected? Hello everyone, this is Rubina Khan from Campus Wala, and today I'm going to walk you through the important factors that you need to keep in mind when you're writing your applications to universities abroad. Now, let me tell you one by one why this part and these factors are very, very important you need to keep in mind. So the most important thing and the most underrated thing that you need to improve on is your statement of purpose, or commonly called as SOP. Students underrate this a lot, and usually I find that most of the time we don't give the weightage or the importance to the statement of purpose, and we don't draft our application properly. The common mistakes why your application gets rejected mainly lies on your SOP. The better it's drafted, the better you put a hard work on it, smartly done work on it, the better assurance or you have a guarantee that you will get through. The visa officers, the university application center consultants over there in the universities abroad, they do not have so much of time to run through your application, each and everything, every aspect of your documents or the papers prepared and sent it to them. So they need a proper covering letter which should talk about you, focus about you, your potentials, your aspirations, and it should be drafted in a clear, professional manner. So the most important thing is when you're writing your SOP, and if you are an undergrad student, if you're talking about your childhood fantasies a lot, it's acceptable. But remember one thing, if you're going for your master's or if you're going for your MBAs to abroad, talking too much about your childhood fantasy, that why you were led into this program, what made you choose this particular program, this will not be acceptable to them, because by that time they expect you to be mature enough to make a good decision already about your career path. So first thing first, if you're undergrad, you can talk why you're taking a particular program, depending on the influence somebody in your family or about your academics, what made you choose that particular program. But if you're going for a higher degree, do not talk about your interest, what you had during your childhood or even your schooling period. So number one, we should keep that into account. Number two, it's not giving it enough time, not doing enough research on your paper. What is appealing to them is to come straight to the point, keep the language very clear, the clarity, the kind of research done on the particular university or the college. It just reflects that you have done your proper job. So these are certain things. Then also we have to take into account beating around the bush and not paying attention to career goals. So what we see, we are talking more about achievements in the application, and the person reading across doesn't get a very good idea, and he doesn't justify that your career goals are not properly marked, but you're harping a lot more on your career achievements, what you've already done. They want to see from here where you want to progress. आप यहाँ से कहाँ जाना चाह रहे हैं, आपका गोल क्या है, आप उसमें कितना इंटरेस्टेड हैं, कितने सीरियस हैं अबाउट योर करियर, एंड फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स आपका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड क्या रहेगा. सो व्हाटएवर अचीवमेंट्स यू हैव डन इन द पास्ट, यू कैन जस्ट मेंशन इट एंड देन जस्ट गो अवे. इफ यू कीप ऑन रिपीटिंग अगेन एंड अगेन, आई डिड दिस इन माय प्रोग्राम, माय एकेडमिक्स वर सो स्ट्रॉन्ग, वन टाइम it's enough and it's a must, but then repeatedly beating around the bush is not acceptable. Then the next thing is not taking a second opinion. Now, we should not underestimate, you are doing your own work, you're writing your application, that's all there. But remember, आपके लिए जो extraordinary चीज़ें maybe from others' perspective वो ordinary हो, तो एक second opinion से हमेशा आपको एक better guidance मिल सकता है. और आपको ऑल्सो आप कंसल्ट करके जहाँ जहाँ आपकी कुछ मिस्टेक्स हुए हैं, आप ओवरलुक जो कर चुके थे, वो दूसरा पॉइंट आउट करवा देता है. तो एक एक्सपर्ट होता है. आप मेक श्योर दैट यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ प्रोफेशनल हु नोज द टॉपिक, हु नोज द सब्जेक्ट, एंड ही हैज एन अथॉरिटी बाय डिक्टेटिंग यू एंड गिविंग यू प्रॉपर गाइडेंस. The next thing, the common mistake that we do is that we take too much of help. Just the reverse of it. You're going to an expert, but at the same time you're also consulting your friends, you're also consulting lots of people around, and then, as you know, too many cooks spoil the broth. So your application gets diluted, there are too many ideas inserted in, and everything gets haywire. So don't do that. Go to only to few experts, maximum 2 if you want to redo your application in proper manner, but then don't take help from every source that you come across. Next is, when you're doing an application, what the committee is looking at, how much research have you done on their university, on the program, on the course. So that's where your focus should be. The more you go and reach the website, the more you will get detailed information about the universities there. So they like that aspect, that you've done enough and good research. So you're not writing random stuff about the chosen course, and this will not give you a good impression if you're just writing randomly. It will loosen the focus of the committee. Also, the course curriculum, the college faculty, the campus facilities, and industrial exposure of your program would definitely bring out your candidature as a strong one. They would know that you're more focused, you know where you're heading for. So you do your good research before you submit your application. Then, as I said, writing more or less is something you have to take care of. You should not exceed the word limit, that would dilute it, and you should not concise it. Maybe 800 to 1000 words is what is the maximum requirement. So it should be more focused application, and with all the relevant points. The more you write, they lose their interest there. So take care of the word limit given to you. Then be very precise in your application right in the beginning. If you're being too direct and you're focusing a lot and forcing the other person to read it like, I need this admission, this is not the right attitude. So don't be too direct or too casual in your starting and as well as in your conclusion. So these two important points, the opening and the conclusion of your application, should not be ignored. Then another very, very important factor that you have to keep in mind is, when you're submitting your application, is never lie on any fact. Like, you're providing false information, or you're providing documents which are not there and you're writing them in a SOP. So if the officers, if they check your application, you might be rejected forever. So don't make that mistakes. They do not like false information. Be very truthful, be very direct. Whatever you've done, just mention that part. Next is, never copy your SOP or essay from your friends or the internet. Plagiarism is a big offense, a big offense there when you wish to study abroad, and it's considered as a big crime. So do not plagiarize your content. Make sure that your SOPs are unique. They are reflecting your unique personality. They're done by you. You might get ideas from different sources, but do not copy anything from internet, because the moment it's plagiarized, you might be rejected forever, and you can be even barred forever. So do not take care of these points, and I'm sure I was able to run you through some of the important factors. If you need any further information, any further clarification on these points, you can subscribe to a channel and put them in the comments there. Like a channel, subscribe to them, and this is Rubina Khan signing off now. Thank you.